chess events in history.
Segundo lugar, Jospin, fantástico.
There is no doubt that cheating is very, very considerable, much higher than chess.com pretends.
This is Vladimir Kramnik, the 14th chess world champion. Ever since his retirement, he has taken it upon himself to expose online cheaters and promote fair play in chess. He claimed certain names to be mathematical improbabilities that needed additional checks from chess.com. One such name that popped up was Jospin. Jose Martinez Alcantara is a Peruvian grandmaster representing Mexico who goes by the username Jospin on chess.com. He is one of the best chess players online and is a consistent performer in chess.com's weekly Title Tuesdays. On the 2nd of February, Jose was playing in the Chessable Masters, an online tournament part of the Champions Chess Tour. He was having a fantastic tournament, defeating big names like Jan Nepomniachtchi. But soon after the game, this was posted by Jan. Was he accusing him of cheating? Someone else shared a clip of Jospin constantly looking to the right. Was he looking at an engine or was he looking at Nepo's reaction? Some of you may remember the similar story of Tigran El Petrosian. He was later banned from chess.com and his team was disqualified. But Jospin's story never took off. That was until the 26th of February, he would be surprised by unexpected visitors at his doorstep. Walking towards his front door, he would have never imagined what was about to happen in the next few months and how it would make or break his entire career. The chess.com content team had arrived at his house to film him while he played his next Title Tuesday. Even under those non-ideal playing conditions, he still managed to place second in the tournament. Around the same time, a Spanish international master by the name of David Martinez had discovered something intriguing. He found out that Jose and Kramnik both had an identical FIDE elo in over-the-board blitz. He was also suggesting to host a match between them. Both Kramnik and Jose replied to the tweet. Jose noted how he would be able to bring out his full potential. Kramnik replied saying nothing should prevent him from performing under surveillance. On the 5th of March, Kramnik was paired against Jospin in a Title Tuesday game. The game went on for 8 minutes and ended after Kramnik lost on time. At the end of the game, Kramnik said he played badly.
Well, anyway, I played badly, but at the end I was just falling asleep already.
He also said that he would not play Jospin anymore since it didn't make sense.
I think it's my last game. I will simply not play against him anymore because it doesn't make sense anyways.
The very next week, Kramnik was once again paired against Jospin. This time the game lasted for a mere 2 moves, after which Kramnik resigned.
In my previous stream,
this was a very disrespectful move from him and it generated a lot of controversy online. Then, completely out of the blue, on the 26th of March, the Clash of Claims was announced. 36 games of 3+2 blitz over the span of 3 days, 18 online and 18 over the board. The match was to be held in the Gran Via Casino in Madrid. The players would be under constant supervision. New laptops would be unboxed every single day. Their screens would be recorded. It was a foolproof arrangement to make sure all play is fair play. But fate would have other plans. The original plan for day 1 was to play 6 over-the-board games and 6 online. The game started. The both of them kept trading blows and by the end of round 6, the score was 3-3. Now it was time for the second half of the day, the 6 online games. New laptops were unboxed on scene as requested by Kramnik. Play started and from the get-go it seemed like Jospin had an otherworldly advantage, finishing the first 2 online games with a score of 1.5 half to Jospin. But right after the end of round 8, something unexpected happened. Kramnik rallied the arbiters and started to complain. He claimed his clock was malfunctioning. Later investigations proved that Kramnik was in fact facing some technical difficulties. It was because the new laptops hadn't gone through the necessary Windows updates before playing, and hence there was a time sync error. Gotham Chess posted a video on Twitter explaining it in very much detail. This infuriated Kramnik. He was starting to say that he wouldn't play on chess.com and that this was a conspiracy, a direct attack against him. Eventually, negotiations took place. The 2 online games were discarded. It was also settled that 28 games would be played instead of 36. They would play the remaining 8 games over the next 2 days and play all 14 online games on the final day. But the later part of day 1 did not go too well for Jospin, and they ended the day with 4-6 in Kramnik's favor. The plan for day 2 was to play the remaining 4 over-the-board games. It was a rather uneventful day, with Jospin slowly trying to chip away Kramnik's lead, and the day ended with Kramnik leading by 1 game. The final day had arrived. The plan was to go ahead and play 14 online games till the finish line. It was rather poetic in the sense that Jospin's road to redemption relied on his online performance now. This was a golden opportunity to prove himself right. Game 1 was a disaster after Jospin blundered a fork in an equal position.
No, Rancho.
He was completely devastated, but he did not let this stop him. He was resilient and determined to make a statement. Game 2 he consolidated and started looking for his opportunities in Game 3.
Arqueros y a sacar el Reinaldo.
He traded down to a rook endgame and won under time trouble.
Cosa de locos. Vaya finalito.
Game 4 he once again got the better of Kramnik in time pressure, and by the end of round 18, he had tied the match for the first time in 2 days. After the end of Game 4, Kramnik forced an unscheduled break by taking out a piece of paper and a pen and manually calculating the time deficit he was facing due to lag.
And in the scrambles, he was seeing Jose's time would flash at 0 and then he would gain some time back. Jose said the same thing was happening.
It was later confirmed that both the players were facing lag. But Kramnik was visibly unhappy because it gave either of them an advantage over the other. Play continued some 20 minutes later and it seemed to be complete domination from Jospin.
There was a moment, Vladimir just didn't take this pawn back, and he ultimately got completely tied up by Jose's bishops. And it looked like it was over.
As he kept winning and winning and winning, and with 2 rounds left to go, he had already sealed the deal by taking a 3-point lead. But the drama was still not over. Game 27 started and Kramnik slowly outplayed Jospin to get an advantage on the board.
And Jose went queen a5. And apparently, the move queen a5 appeared on some people's boards and not Vladimir's.
The players were completely fed up and the match was cancelled. After the match, Kramnik was very much unhappy with the professionalism shown by the event organizers. Although he was willing to play Clash of Clans 2.0 against Hikaru Nakamura, so maybe the circus continues in a couple months. Okay, so what did we learn out of this? Here are the major takeaways in under 30 seconds. First of all, Jospin more than proved himself in the online segment and he is very much the deserved winner of this match. Secondly, Kramnik is literally a legend of the game and so his words are always going to hold some merit. Cheating does pose an existential crisis to online chess, and if Title Tuesday is going to be this big event with prize funds and yearly leaderboards, then bigger steps must be taken to ensure fair play. And finally, if chess is going to take this esports route with online matches played in big arenas, then we can't afford to have these comical server issues or lag issues. It's a major embarrassment. Chess.com needs to be able to accommodate everyone equally.